Do you remember your dad talking about HL or Mary Rayner or any of
Not
that?
that much.
Uh-huh.
You know, it took a lot for me to get, because Dad is not, he says little things, you know, like, oh, you know, when we're driving around, you know, like, well, Uncle Lee had this house here and stuff like that. And, you know, and when you're a kid,
You don't, yeah.
yeah. And that's like the graves out there of Aunt Kate's kids.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, he kept saying, well, they're up there. And it's like, I need to show it to you. And
Do you think that was, because I think there was they only had one baby out there who died. They had another one who died and was buried in South Dakota. Do you think other people have?
Well, I understood that that there was two
Mm-hmm.
that
So
was
maybe,
up there.
yeah, maybe.
And so I don't know. Because he said, I need to show you, there at the last. Well, then when I was coming up, after Mom passed away, and I was coming up to help him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But then he basically kept telling me he needed to show, but, you know, I was coming up in a busy time, either calving or something like that. And so, you know, and then that's in the winter time and blizzards. And so we just never got it done before, you know. And Dad had the stroke when my husband passed away, when I called him. Well, then he had a stroke. And everybody, you know, after the funeral, and he come home, and then, you know, Darlene and everything is like, well, I knew that there's something wrong, but I didn't know what. And I was like, did you pick up on it? It's like, at that time I wasn't picking up on anything. Yeah. What are you talking about?
Right.
I mean, you know.
Right.
Dad was not one that showed affection that much.
Yeah.
He really wasn't. I mean, when Frank, you know, got killed, he stood there on that road and said, I don't know if he knows how much I love him. And I thought, okay, he's not going to, if one of us other kids, something happens, he's not going to have to say that. So basically, between us girls, we taught him to hug us.
Oh.
And taught him to say he loves us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, but that's, you know.
Yeah, that was tough to lose Frank.
Yeah. Yeah, Mom and Dad aged 10 years overnight.
Yeah.
That was all there was to it. Yeah. You know, that just happened. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
I mean, scared the heck out of me because both of my boys were in that vehicle.
Oh.
And Junior run 6 miles to get to the house.
Oh.
All he said is, Mom, it's bad. Mom, it's bad. And so he didn't, you know, but like I say, I don't know. It's hard.
It is hard. Yeah. But life holds joy and grief.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just all there is. You know, but you got to concentrate more on the happy, the good times than the bad times in life. I mean, and that's just all there is to it. Yeah. I mean, you know, it was kind of a stage of Frank, Mom, and Dad, and
yeah, just too much.
And then my husband, and you know, but when they called on Dad, well, then, you know, I kind of was one of these things. It's like, well, if everybody just leave me alone, I'd just crawl in bed and cover my head and just forget about it. You know, you can hear your husband say in the background, it's like, I died, you didn't get your ass up. You know? Yeah. That's the way you feel about it.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, I think we had a good life, and I think Mom and Dad did. I mean, yeah, there was ups and downs and everything. There was up and down with all those kids, I imagine.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy for them with 7 kids. But still, they could take care of the neighbors.
Yeah, your dad. Yeah, he was incredible.
Yeah, he really was.